Oh, what a night. What a day. What a day, huh? All right, looks like Ethereum is kind of rebounding a little bit. Um, just what I was talking about with the Ethereum ICOs propping it up. The fact is, always take a look at this because with Bitcoin or Ethereum, I've really noticed that once this 24-hour volume starts creeping up, that's when it's usually the price will follow. So usually it's a 24-hour volume that perks up, and then the price soon follows. But I mean, like I said, I have a stash of Bitcoin, I have a stash of Ethereum, and I'm not touching them. I just kind of forget about them. That way, yeah, it's kind of like with my trading philosophy. You don't want to be in the boat where you're unhappy if Bitcoin raises in price because you don't have any. You have it all in altcoins, and the same with Ethereum. So you want to be happy when Bitcoin and Ethereum raise. That's how you know you have a pretty decent portfolio. When I first started, and I didn't have nearly as much money as I have now, I remember I would have to stretch my Bitcoins thin, and I would always hold my breath because I wouldn't want Bitcoin to like jump 1,000,000 points overnight. One second. I like to keep my shows kind of unstructured. It's just kind of, too much structure, it stagnates things. You can't be fast if you're structured. There's nothing structured about Quicksilver. That dude just run. There ain't no structure to it. That's kind of how I do things. Now, it's crazy because IOTA popped in the top 100 with or the top 5, and then stood in the top 10, or popped in the top 10, sorry, and stayed. $1 trillion market cap. So that is a bit surprising. I'm drinking my morning elixir. Aldean, some crushed up chia seed. We got some. Man, it's been so long. I was actually going to mass produce this stuff and sell it. Alcar is in there, and one more secret ingredient. I'm going to keep the last ingredient secret, but this stuff's amazing. Drink a liter of water right when you wake up. Drink a cup of this. Drink a little bit of coffee. Zoom zoom. I haven't had my coffee yet, so I'm about to get hype. I'm about to get hyphy up in this motherfucker. Have a coffee on an empty stomach. I had some news. I always like to read I'm not a news guy. But guess what? I'll read some motherfucking news. Oh, that's really cool. So, all right, there's another update I'm going to get into about No Limit coin. I just found out about this morning. That it's pretty fucking bitchin', guys. All right, so what am I looking for? I'm looking for the news. I got like a cool little news thing. It's not your average news thing. You can't just. I'm sure everybody has access to this news. I'm not cool, but I really like this little news thing I got going. And not everybody can get it. It's kind of hard to explain. But anyway, suddenly Bitcoin became officially legal in India. We knew that. We knew Bitcoin was going to be legal in India, and that's huge because there's a lot of motherfuckers in India, and India is real big on Bitcoin because Indians are really good at engineering. They're naturally going to be good at cryptocurrency, right? So it makes sense. Plus, that whole part of the world has been dealing with fiat collapse issues. So they're looking, because all right. So I was talking, and I was trying to get somebody to explain it. I wasn't trying. They asked me. I answered the question. Basically, what happening is, so Japan and China, all them, they don't give a fuck about their fiat currency. They really don't, because their fiat currency, they just devalue it when they need to and do the opposite when they need to. So it's not like they don't really give a shit. The yen has been falling, and so is the dollar. Just because it's kind of, people don't realize the dollar's falling because everything kind of falls with the dollar, and it kind of stays in proportion. Like the peso has always just fallen with the dollar. And I honestly, like, I'm in so many Slack groups. I don't know what to do. I can't turn off. I thought I muted them all, but I don't know what's going on. Take over the Slack. Probably like 100 Slack groups or something crazy. Anyway, what I was going to say is China and Japan, they just want to tax. They want to get tax money. But guess what? They want tax money on something that's not going lower in value. So they'll happily let you use Bitcoin and then tax you, right? And then they're being taxed and they're getting something that's increasing in value and not decreasing in value. Because they're not like the USA. The yen doesn't have much to lose. It's not the world reserve. Like they don't give a fuck. They're not they're not like the US is with the dollar, because the dollar is the world reserve. That gives us a lot of powers when buying oil and commodities and all kinds of things, getting loans. It makes it a really big deal because people will give us loans, right? China, Japan, all those fucking places give us loans. Why? Because we're the world reserve. So it's a little bit, but once you remove that world reserve, we're just gonna have to deal with this, guys. I'm literally like turning off the notifications as they come up. It's just sometimes shit. They're just new ones. Wait, okay, I think I'm doing it, guys. I think I'm gonna find it. Just mentions, por favor. Oh, it's on just mentions. Damn, I'm a popular motherfucker. So it's basically like, getting back to the taxing, they want to tax something that's going up in value, not going down in value. So it's going to be very easy for that side of the world to join. That's why Russia is quick to that's that whole world. And the US is obviously going to be last, and that's fine. Doesn't matter. It's not like they can do anything about it. And the US is eventually just going to try to tax it because they know it's silly. It's like the war on drugs, but 100 times more ineffective to stop because you just can't stop it. You just can't. You're just going to end up sending innocent people to jail, and you're going to make the world a lot fucking harder and weirder than it already is when you're sending geeks to penitentiary for using cryptocurrency. It's just silly. And hey, if they try it, let them fucking try it, right? Let them fucking try it. Good luck, right? The whole 90% of the world is against you. And it doesn't matter because Russia is a big player. Japan, China, they're big players. The U.S. is not like it used to be. So the U.S. can't just fucking tell people what to do anymore when it comes to how they want to send money. But motherfucker wants to send money to somebody, you can do it however the fuck they want. It's not the U.S.'s business. It's really not. You can't try to protect us and say, oh, from terrorism. Let us protect our motherfucking selves. Like, we don't need to fucking... I'm so tired of, it's like we have a big-ass military, but yet we do the most war on our own people via drug laws that are bullshit, fucking spying on everybody's information, and sending whistleblowers who are just trying to tell the truth to jail and ousting them, trying to instill fear. And now... they're trying to make it to where, oh, no, you have to use our shitty dollar. Fuck you. It's not our fault the dollar's shitty. We didn't have anything to do with that. We didn't go printing a bunch of fucking dollars in the back room. We didn't do that. The Federal Reserve did. And, if you're in bed with the feds, then fuck you. So I just think it's going to add more fuel to the fire if they try to do anything like that. And I just think it's going to make the price of Bitcoin go up even more. It's going to just be even more valuable. And as the inevitable collapse of the fiat currency occurs, they'll do everything they possibly can to swing and claw and scratch. And then eventually they'll come up with a... You already dressed? Holy shit, you're like Superwoman. Alright, what? Man, that was fast. I went downstairs to get my coffee and she wasn't even ready, and then 5 minutes later she fucking Wonder Woman'd up here, fully dressed, ready to go. Looking sexy. Alright, so now just basic attention tokens are going to be known as like one of the biggest pots of gold in plain sight that we've ever seen. Because it's been given everyone such a long time to invest in it. Such a long time to invest in it. And then when it finally goes all the way up, you're going to have so many people feeling dumb because they're going to be like, man, I could have fucking invested in that for weeks and I didn't. I don't know why I didn't. And that's why humans are funny. That's why humans are funny. Even a big market like basic attention token can be swayed just because of people not doing the research. They're just looking at like this, and they're looking at the fact that the ICO thing, and it's just stupid because it just goes to show you how very little people do research. That this coin's not $1 right now. Just very little. Because if people are doing their research and they actually saw what was coming ahead, then there'd be a hell of a lot more people invested in it. But I kind of like it cheap, you know, because every time I get more money, I like to invest. I have so much Batcoin though, Bat token, that if it was to do anything, I would be extremely happy. So I've just been buying it up because I'm not biased to what I buy. So I have my coins I like, and then I set my lures, and then I'll also have something just kind of like, it's like a Trump, like a, not Donald Trump, I'm saying like it's like a Trump card, right? If you ever paid spades. And that's basically what I'll invest. Like if it's like, okay, well, everything is kind of down, right? Everything's basically the same price. So now I'm going to go for what I think is the most valuable. And basic attention tokens are usually always in the top, you know, 3. You know, it always gets sprinkled on a little bit. Kind of like yesterday when No Limit Coin was, people are selling it, you know, wasn't able to get much because there wasn't that much sold at 250, but there was some sold at 250 and 300 and 350. And I was just scooping that up all yesterday. And now I have a ton of fucking No Limit Coin. I had a lot before, but now I have a ton. And I just like collecting coins when they're cheap. You know, it just makes sense to me. And I've made so much money doing that. It's amazing. It's like ARK. Yeah, I didn't see that coming. Trying to keep you alive. What is a Z coin? Wow, 4,046,000. So many coins. Man, there's just so many coins. How many birds are 13? All right, let's look at a couple of others. Well, I like doing it this way better, actually. Because this is much easier for me. So like, instead of just going to coin market cap, I can just look at my investments, and because everything I have in here is my day trading, what I like to day trade, fuck around with. And I can just look at here, and then I'll know basically, you know, what the rest of my stuff's worth. And yeah, just buying and selling. This box has been amazing. Last night there was a Batman head forming. Let's see if I was right. Okay, yeah, I mean, you can kind of see it's going to be kind of a funky Batman head, but you can see what I mean, the drift of it. Like right here I bought, sold, and then it was down here last night. I actually made a video last night, but something happened. I had to stop it, and then I just got sidetracked. But I was telling people that a Batman head was about to form, but it looks like it was good that I didn't, because people were going to write here and they would have missed it, because this wouldn't have been a true Batman head. It's going to be kind of like if you're looking at Batman from a weird angle, like from the side and the front, just you know, just a little bit, to where that's what it kind of looks like. So it's like a weird angle Batman head. But I went ahead and bought some down here, but I knew that it looks like when this happens, we can expect it to go down here. So I would not buy it right now. I'd wait for it to get a little bit cheaper. What was it? 24 low. What was it? 24? 30? 40? Okay, yeah, I got it. I got some at 28. So I smashed that. And I love doing that. You see, I always get discounts on coins. That's the thing. You have to have time and you have to have patience when doing this. You can't just it's the most money is made on the deals, because first of all, you're holding a currency called Bitcoin, which is rapidly rising in price, right? From this year, it's from year to year, it rapidly rises. So you're already in a good investment. So when you're trading Bitcoin for other coins, you don't have to worry about being like the FOMO all the time, because you still have something that's going up in value, and that's a good thing. So that is kind of like having, when you're playing poker and you're bluffing, you like to have some kind of draw. You like to have a backdoor straight draw, or you like to have a combo draw. You like to have some kind of equity when you go all in. So if they call, you still have 10-15% chance to win. And that may not sound like a lot, but if you bluff and you give them a certain percentage, let's just say randomly, there's about a 60-70% chance this guy should fold given the range disadvantage he has and the way he played, yada, yada, yada. So it's like, okay, at first, if I pull this trigger, I got a 70% chance to win right off the bat. Boom, right? But if he does call, guess what? I got another 10-15% chance where I could win. And also, it's not just a pure win. You have to account for how many chips you're going to get, like the reward for hitting that 15%, right? So that it's called your potential wins, your implied odds. It's very, very important when you're talking about, well, we're talking about in this scenario, but also in these scenarios too. So basically, if you give yourself no chance to win on that bluff, that means you don't have any of the implied odds. So it's not just a 15%, it's a 15% chance to win and how powerful that win becomes. So it makes that 15% a lot greater. I'm not quite sure where I was going with that. But I buy them on dips and I'm patient because, yeah, okay, that's kind of what I was talking about. I'm buying these on dips because it's like, even if I miss it, I still have Bitcoin, which has like a 10 to 15. If we're comparing when this goes up or when one of the penny coins goes up as the 70% as the large mass, meaning you're going to win a lot more money, and then you compare Bitcoin to like the 15% bluff, that's fine, but it also has big chance to do big things. And also we can say the implied odds are when Bitcoin goes up, the other coins go down. So that would be the implied odds. So like, let's say you missed your swoop. Oh, that sucks. But guess what? Bitcoin steam heads to 3,500 and everything else falls. So it's like the implied odds are greater than that 15% or 20% it gained, because at the end of the day, you get to buy all these coins for a lot cheaper. So probably didn't make sense to a lot of people, but I hope it made sense to a few people. And so I'm really setting lures, and that's what I'm doing. And I can this is just Bittrex, I can go check on the other websites, but basically, okay, it looks like I hit a lot of lures, so that's good. The reserved so that's what I look at right away. Also, when people are wanting to day trade, let's say you want to day trade. Let's see a coin. All right, see, this is why I really like See a Coin, and See a Coin is really good for taking these quick profs. What's going to happen with a coin like this is you're going to get shook out the game a little bit, but that's fine. You can just always buy back in, so to speak, right? So if you sold your 20-30%, I have my 40-60 rule. You sell 40% on the way up, you keep a 60% nest egg. But this also varies between coin to coin and how much potential it has to go up. So if it has a lot of potential to go up, I might just do 20-80, 10-90. So it's nothing set in stone, but let's just say 60-40 for here. All right, you bought it down here, you sell 10% here, you sell 10%, 10%. Now you're sold out, right? You shook out the game. Comes down here, you're able to buy some. Well, actually, you still wouldn't be shook out the game. But for this example, let's just say you shook out the game. And that means that you sold out all by here, all your 40% by here, and it never comes down to here again. It only comes to here. So it comes down to here, and you're noticing a new floor, and you're like, well, fuck, it's not going to go down to here again, so I need to rebuy. And this is looking like a good spot. So now I'm going to reimplant another side Bitcoin that doesn't have you don't fuck with your original nest egg. You put that away like you don't even have it. You just come in like a clean investor with new coin, and you say, okay, I'm going to invest X amount here. Let's say I'm going to invest 1 Bitcoin here, and then I will sell Bitcoin here, and I'll buy Bitcoin here, and then you can't sell. That's too low of a gain. You wait. Okay, sell more here, and then buy some more here, and then sell some more here, and then you kind of stagnant. All right, now you're gonna sell out again. Now you're shook out the game, but that's fine because you're dealing with, this is like a pure trading philosophy where you're not dealing with your original 100. Now, if you're really skilled, I'm pretty good at this, not getting shook out and just staying in the whole time. That's what I'm really good at. It takes practice, obviously, but you know, if you do get shook out the game, you could still ride this. Look, that's money. When I see this, that's money to be made. That's money. You don't. I mean, do you not see money? Do you not see sell, buy, sell, buy? You know, do you not see that? It's just like, you know, every time there's fluctuation, there's money to be made. Anytime it goes low, that means you can buy it. Anytime it goes back up, that means you can sell it for a profit. If this was a straight line, you couldn't make money. And if this was a straight line up, then, you know, you're lucky because you got a good coin. But, you know, if you sold out, you're going to get shook out the game, and then you're not ever going to be able to get back into the game. You know, you're just, obviously we can't predict these things, but, you know, nothing goes like that forever anyway. But the point is, this is a great opportunity to make a lot of money if you hedge your bets right and don't get too greedy. Yeah, I just wanted to make that, you know, the market update. Well, I still had some more. News. So Comcast is developing a blockchain video advertising platform. Huh. That's kind of cool. That's kind of like what Bat Token's doing for the internet. They're trying to do it for TV. Yeah, television is, all ads are inefficient right now. A lot of them are. Yeah, the Ether price. Y'all heard about that guy who made like $1 million buying a bunch of Ether for 1 cent during that crash? That was crazy. So there's GPU shortages in Russia because everyone's mining like crazy. It's crazy. And just keep in mind, like right now is such a unique time. Like 5 years from now, you're going to think of mining. You're going to think of like mining Bitcoin like 5-10 years from now as thinking of like the gold rush and thinking of like the pioneers mining gold, right? That's what you're going to think of it, because it's going to be so crazy. Like people are like, wow, you actually used to mine Bitcoin. You were during that time. Like that's how big Bitcoin is going to be. Oh yeah, I wanted to run a quick last update on the Cryptoping. And basically, well, you know, I didn't drop a lot of money into this. I dropped some money into this, but the point is, what I really liked, and for some reason, I never talked about it. I always forget. See, I was about to end my video, and I always forget to talk about this. But what really is very, very intriguing to me is this. Right? It'll auto invest. It's almost like it's a trading bot at your fingertips. I always want to do a trading bot, but I don't know how to fucking set a trading bot up. So this is amazing. It'll actually allow you to auto invest for you. Right? Investing app receives new feature, ability to allow it to invest by signals automatically without user prompt. That is fucking awesome, guys. Holy shit. That's game over. I'm going to fucking ride the hell out of that. And keep in mind, it's going to be a token-based subscription bot after they drop 500 Bitcoin into it. So this thing is going to be a very nice, and it's not just going to be a double up. Like this is just going to be one that just keeps rising in value for a long time until it finds its peak. So I didn't even have my coffee this whole time. Believe that? I must say, of all the ICOs, I really, really, really like this one. And I just wanted to get a little chunk of it because I just like it. It's solid. Like I'm not a big ICO guy anymore, right? So, you know, that's why I'm not going to, you know, I'm really starting to focus on how to make lots and lots and lots of money very, very quickly. I know each day is very important. But I think that this is just a good one to get tucked in my pocket because I honestly don't know how high it can go. I would not be surprised if, you know, these ping tokens are worth 4 or 5x when they hit the market, if not more. So, and it's not going to take long for them to hit the market because they already have a product up and available. You know, it's pretty much, you know, you're not going to have, it's not going to be like Yo-Yow. Like when I invested in Yo-Yow, they just had an idea and a dream right? They didn't have nothing. And I'm feeling the brunt of that, as you know, it takes a long time to build something from scratch. So when you already have the bot made and you just have to improve it, you know, it's kind of like having the car built. You just have to put new tires and leather seats and, you know, upgrade the engine. That's a lot easier than building a car from scratch. So that's what my analogy is for this. And holy fuck balls. I mean, you're talking about auto investing app. I just thought I'd share that. A lot of people probably didn't know that. I never really talked about it. I always forget to talk about it, but that is the most exciting thing about why I invested in this, is because I can see big money buying, you know, using this, big money in using this, maybe even Wall Street and all that. So, well, we are on the new Wall Street, right? I mean, these coins are the new Wall Street. So it's the lifeblood of the world. Oh yeah, a little bit of no limit coin updates. There is so basically you can wager side bets now, head to head. So I'll show you, I'll give you an example. It'll be like Andrew Luck versus Tom Brady head to head statistical challenge, right? From a friend. Buy-in token. You place your buy-in token. All right, here. So the app was never launched, and it's brand new, about to be launched. It's really cool because the contest could be for anything. Over 109 statistical fields, so you can go by like passing yards, passing touchdowns. So like let's say that you wanted to challenge your friend. So you're in a fantasy league. Right? And you want to have a little bit more action. You want a little bit more action. Right? You can holler at your friend and be like, look, I know we're in the league together, but I bet you right now, that Andrew Luck is going to go and throw more than Tom Brady passing touchdowns. You can bet whatever you want and lock that shit. It doesn't even have to be a friend. It could be your worst enemy. Who cares, right? You can bet head to head. That's the whole thing. And then you can review the challenge. And I mean, that shit's fucking dope. You don't even got that. I don't even think you got that on FanDuel. I don't think you can do that on any other thing. So this is fucking dope. Really cool. I think that's just a really cool way. And it will be a no limit coin, right? So I think that's a really cool way just to add some flair, right? Add some flair to the game. But those are the little like updates that I like doing, because though anything can happen with this coin. That's a cool thing. It's like there's so much going on with this coin that it's really fucking awesome. And so much is going on behind the scenes. And that's why I like hedging my bets. I like hedging my bets on a coin that I can actually sway the future of. So just thought I'd throw that out there at the end. Go ahead and kill it now. It's long. People are like, dang, you should make 10-minute videos. Well, not a lot of people. One person said that. They said, they think they'd get me more subscribers or something. It's like, man, nigga, I ain't trying to get, I ain't doing anything to try to get more people to like me. That's the last motherfucking thing I'll do. I don't give a fuck. Obviously, right? I mean, I cuss. I have my own thing. Like, I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. Unless I love them. Then I care highly what they think. But the point is, this is just how I do things. I'm not a guy to just, man, it's a lot of motherfucking work talking about you can make more videos. It's a lot of motherfucking work to sit here and talk about one topic, upload the video, go make another video, talk about a topic. Nah, man, I'm a smorgasbord. I'm like a motherfucking buffet. You watch my shit, you get everything. So I ain't fucking chopping nothing. I make my updates when I'm doing something new, right? And that's for y'all. When I'm about to buy a new coin, I see something badass, or something urgent. You know, that's what my daily updates are for, just something cool. But these morning things are just me hollering at the market, you know, just telling you my philosophy and how I'm feeling about the market and what's going to happen, and just give you my insight, what I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. So I really don't like 10-minute shows anyway. This is supposed to be kind of like a morning show. I want to have a morning show feel. I want people to feel like when they wake up, they get a big motherfucking bite of Dan. You know what I'm saying? It's like they don't get like a little... They get a big motherfucking bite, a 30-40 minute bite. So I'm going to go ahead and call it there. I got a lot of work to do. There's a lot of work to put in. A lot to achieve out of this day. Lots of money to be made. My ultimate goal with No Limit Coin, the reason I'm so high on it is because I want to take it from 1/100th of a penny, like it was fucking very super cheap, to $1. I want people to witness my journey from taking something from 1/100th of a penny all the way to $1 and becoming famously wealthy because of it. I want the historic, most legend run anyone's ever seen, and I'm going to make it fucking happen, or I'm going to die trying. And it's going to be the most historic, legendary run anyone's ever seen, and it's going to be really cool because it's very rare to document somebody do that. And just hang on for the ride, grab your motherfucking popcorn, because the hand's just getting started. Cheers, peace, adios.